Have you ever wondered what it's like whenever I'm filming Ethan News over on my main channel? Well, why don't I show you how that's done? I'm Ethan Pfeifer, and this is a behind the scenes on how I film Ethan News. Today I'm filming an Ethan News on Jim Leonhard, who was just hired to be the new Buffalo Bills defensive coordinator. Now, before I start filming Ethan News, I always like to make sure that the news is true. So what I usually do is I usually watch on the news, see if they ever say something about it, or read an article online. If you're looking through articles online, make sure whatever you're reading is true. Because a lot of the articles that I read online are 100% true. Before I start filming, there's just one thing I need to do. I need to get my button shirt. So I always go in here in my closet and pick out the button shirt that I always wear. Which is this one right here. Now I'm ready to film Ethan News. And here is where the magic happens. Whenever I'm filming Ethan News, I come here to the bonus room, sit on the couch with Stanley, and we do the Ethan News together. And as you can see right there, that's where I have the tripod all set up. And here is how we do it. Hello and welcome to Ethan News. I'm Ethan Pfeifer. And here is your top story of the day. Here we go again, another report from the NFL. Today's top story is about former Wisconsin Badgers player and coach Jim Leonhard was just hired to be the new defensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. According to the reports, this announcement was made over the weekend where it was confirmed by the NFL that Jim Leonhard will be the new defensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills for the 2026 season. This comes after the Bills have been making a lot of changes to their staff, including firing former head coach Sean McDermott, promoting former offensive coordinator Joe Brady to head coach, hiring a new offensive coordinator, and now they just hired Jim to be the new defensive coordinator. But before all of this happened, there were a bunch of teams that were looking into possibly getting Jim, including the Green Bay Packers. Especially in case if you haven't seen a previous Ethan News, that the Packers' former defensive coordinator, Jeff Hafley, was just promoted to be the new head coach for the Miami Dolphins. The Packers were looking into getting a new defensive coordinator, and one of the names popped up was Jim Leonhard. But they ended up getting former Arizona Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon to be the new defensive coordinator. Now let's go over Jim's timeline. During his college days, Jim Leonhard played for the Wisconsin Badgers from 2001 until after the 2004 season. In 2005, he entered the NFL as an undrafted player. Teams that he played for included the Buffalo Bills, the Baltimore Ravens, the New York Jets, the Denver Broncos, the New Orleans Saints, and the Cleveland Browns. In 2015, he retired from the NFL, but he continued his football career. And then in 2016, he became a coach. That is when he came back to Wisconsin and became the Badgers' defensive backs coach, defensive coordinator, and interim head coach up until after the 2022 season. In 2023, he went to Illinois College to be the senior football analyzer. Then in 2024 until after the 2025 season, he was promoted to the NFL, where he became the defensive backs coach and the assistant head coach for the Denver Broncos. And now for the upcoming 2026 season, he is going to be the defensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. Alright, Stanley, what are your thoughts on this topic?
I really wish Jim Leonhard would have came to the Green Bay Packers. It would have been neat to see him coach for Wisconsin again. But I look forward on seeing what he'll be like as the new Buffalo Bills defensive coordinator.
Me too, Stanley. Me too. But what do you guys think? Are you excited that Jim Leonhard is going to be the new defensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills? And how well do you think he'll do with them? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And with that, this concludes today's report. But before we say goodbye, I have a surprise for you guys. If you would like to see what I do and get ready to film an Ethan News, there will be a video called Behind the Scenes on How I Film Ethan News later today over on Pfeifer Pictures. So be sure to go check that out when it's uploaded. But with that being said, thanks for watching. Until then, see you next time. Now that the video is all done, I can now edit it and upload it. Now here's something that you really should know. Whenever I'm making an Ethan News video, and also Pfeifer Pictures videos, all of my videos are script free. In other words, no writing a script on a piece of paper of what I'm going to say, or no teleprompters either. All these videos that I make, I memorize them in my head. Yeah, I really do. But yes, sometimes I do stutter and make mistakes. But I always get right back up and try again. So with that being said, that is how I film Ethan News. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, leave a like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Pfeifer Pictures, and over on my main channel, Ethan Pfeifer. And let me know in the comments what you would like to see me do, because I would like to make some more content on this channel right here. So if you have any suggestions, definitely let me know in the comments. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.